Spring is almost here, and it has a lot of fun signs with it. So, like I said before, this is for nonverbal children. And nonverbal doesn't necessarily mean they can't hear. It just means that they choose not to talk or they have a harder time talking. And so, as with any children, you want to just reinforce information so that they know what's going on and have something in their mind that they can communicate with. So, the first sign is spring. And it looks exactly what it is, something growing out of the ground. Flowers. And this can be all flowers. You could get technical and do like roses or tulips or daisies, but then you get in the alphabet. So flowers is more general. And you could even do, oh, they smell. They smell pretty, pretty. And if you want to enhance pretty, you can do beautiful, beautiful. So it's pretty with a splash. And then you can say, oh, there's many colors or different colors or a lot of colors. So colors are fairly simple. And you have red, and it's like lipstick on your mouth, and pink with a P. Pink. I've also done maroon with an M. Maroon. Then you can do yellow, blue. It's a B hand shape. Blue, green, silver and gold, or oh, let's before I do that, turquoise, T, purple. So all the colors are basically you shake that letter. Silver and gold are a little bit different, as well as white and black. So black is just across the forehead. I don't know why. It could be the eyebrows, right? You kind of put black on there, black. And then white is you have your hand out and you're kind of pulling it forward. It's from like down feathers. White. And if you talk about a white person, you can just splash it back. Then there's silver and gold. So we've done gold with earring yellow, and silver is earring S for silver. Silver, gold. So those are the basic colors that you have. And orange is the same as fruit. So you're kind of squeezing an orange and it comes out. So if it's orange juice or orange color, it's still the same sign. So those are only the few variations of that. And tree, that's pretty self-explanatory, right? Here's the trunk and here's all the branches. Tree. And if you want to do a forest, right? Or, oh, there's a lot of trees. You don't necessarily have to think forest, but this is because you're doing it more than once. So it's a plural of trees. And you could do plant. It's harder. This is really growing. So I use that, especially if it's more of a simplistic or with children, or you're on a big group and, you don't want to do all this English and it gets harder and it gets more confusing. So you want to do something simple like that. Grass. Not sure why that is. It's also, hey, grass. So if you want to mow the yard, grass, and then you've got your lawnmower, right? Oh, I've got to mow my yard. Or what is that? Oh, that's a mower, right? So it goes together. So you can still have grass separately, but this is to go with it to be a mower. Different other spring signs. It's warmer, like your breath, warm. It also rains quite a bit in the springtime. Rain. And of course, you can do a variation of rain where it's just pouring down rain, right? But rain, oh, it's raining. It's raining outside. Look, it's raining. You can have clouds in the sky because they're fluffy in the springtime mostly. Also in the spring, you can have a tornado, right? So you can even do tornado. So you have your 5 hands. It looks harder than it is, but remember, I said before that your left hand does nothing or it copies what your right hand does. And if you're left-handed, of course, so your dominant hand. So you take your L's and touch your thumbs. They're just doing this, right? And you go around in a circle, so tornado. Wind. And we don't see wind, but we see the effects of wind. Wind. And so there's other, maybe some spring-like where our clocks go forward. And that's going to be a little bit multiple. So a clock is time, which is pointing to your watch. And even though so many people do not wear a watch anymore, I still do. You still point to time. That's just the sign for time instead of looking on your phone. It's time. So if it's a clock, it's time clock. And the shape, it's round, right? Most of them. Clock. And you say, so we're going to move time forward. So spring forward, right? Fall back. So we have our clocks go forward or go forward. So this is the future. So, like I said, you want it simplistic, especially with children that have special needs. It's not that they can't comprehend it, but you want it something that they can comprehend and something that's abstract. So time, clock, future, because we are changing it to the future. That's what I would do to make it more simplistic. I'm sure there's some other spring signs that I have not really thought about, but those are the most common ones. And make sure that you continue the consistency with special needs. Even if they can hear and even if they don't have a mental disability, nonverbal children, for whatever reason, they take everything in. And they might be maybe perfectionists of some sort or highly intelligent, and they don't want to say it wrong or do it wrong, but they really kind of ponder it and think about it. And so you always want to try to make sure things are correct. But if they show a sign or verbalize something that's not quite correct, you just go, that's right. It's a flower. And then you do it correctly, right? You don't want to discourage any type of communication because the whole point is that you want their mind to develop. And it doesn't matter if they sign or they speak. You want them to constantly ponder and think about the world around them. And so they can have deeper thoughts and abstract thoughts, but it's always going through their mind. And so don't give up and just keep working at it and continue to enjoy it and enjoy the springtime.